gone to waste, all the promises we made. One by one they vanish just the same. All the things I still remember, summers never look the same. Years go by and time just seems to fly, but the memories remain in the middle of September.
Thank you for your patience, and if you could all please rise as the graduates of the class of 2021 enter the stadium.
Good evening, graduates, board members, administrators, staff members, family, and friends. My name is Spencer Housley, and I am the senior class president. On behalf of the seniors, we would like to welcome you to the graduation ceremony of the class of 2021.
My name is Francis Villanueva, and I am the ASB president. Thank you for being here to celebrate the accomplishments of this graduating class. Now, will the audience who can please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? Salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Now please stay standing for the singing of the national anthem by Gabriela Kayar.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Good job, Johnny. Thank you. Thank you, Francis, Spencer, and Gabby, for that great rendition of our national anthem. Good evening. My name is Ben Faubert, and I'm the proud principal of Mountain House High School. On behalf of the faculty and staff and administration of Mountain House High School, I'd like also welcome you to the high school graduation ceremony for Mountain House School's high school class of 2021. What a better day in Mountain House than a windy day to have a graduation. It's my pleasure this evening to welcome the leaders of the Lambertville Unified School District to our graduation ceremony this evening. And sitting with us on the stand here, please join me in welcoming the school board superintendent, Dr. Kirk Nicholas, our school board trustees, board president David Pombo, board clerk Colin Clements, and board trustees Lisa Boulay and Stephanie Olson. We'd also like to recognize the presence of other members of the district leadership team who are in attendance tonight sitting in the graduate section. Wave to us, district leaders. Thank you for being here. We thank all of you for being here to support our students on this momentous occasion. Now, each year in Mountain House, the high school celebrates its seniors with a senior awards night, and this is the second year we have not been able to do that because of restrictions. Unfortunately, because we were unable to do that, we do have the opportunity to honor some of the people who have won awards this year. We can't celebrate every single award given, it would take too much time, but we'd like to acknowledge as many groups of students as we can during graduation this year, so here it goes. The first to be recognized are students wearing colored cords for completing professional pathways at Mountain House High School. Pathway cords are awarded to students who have specialized in certain fields of interest. This type of recognition is similar to the recognition students can get in college by declaring a minor in their course of study. I'd like to invite all of our students who have received pathway recognition to stand, face the audience, and be recognized. Thank you so much, students. You may be seated. You'll notice that a lot of these kids stand up multiple times tonight. The next is a recognition of our early college cohort. They're Mountain House High School early college cohort graduates, and these students started taking a specific set of courses as a cohort during their freshman year, and 4 years later are earning one or more associate degrees from San Joaquin College along with their high school diploma. They're wearing a medal that signifies their dedication to the early college cohort throughout their high school career. Will the students from the early college cohort number 3 please stand and face the audience to be recognized? Thank you, students. Next, I'd like to recognize our students who have achieved consistent academic success throughout their high school career. We congratulate students who have achieved a 3.5 to a 3.9 cumulative GPA by awarding them a Silver Stole of Honor. Will all of our honors students please rise and face the audience to be recognized for their accomplishment? Thank you, students. You may be seated. We'd also like to recognize our students who have achieved the distinction of high honors during their high school career and are wearing a gold stole tonight. These students have earned a 4.0 cumulative GPA or above. They've taken multiple honors, AP, or college-level courses that count for additional grade points above the 4.0. Will our students who have received high honors please rise and face the audience to be recognized? Thank you, students. You may be seated. Next, I'd like to recognize our students who have earned the Golden State Seal of Merit Diploma. The Golden State Seal of Merit Diploma is given to seniors who have demonstrated mastery of the high school curriculum in at least 6 subject areas, including the 4 core subjects. The seal is awarded jointly by the State Board of Education and the State Superintendent of Public Instruction and has been placed on the students' diplomas. I invite all of our students who have received the Golden State Seal of Merit Diploma to stand, face the audience, and be recognized. That's a lot of kids. Thank you, students. You may be seated. Next, I'd like to recognize our students who have earned the California State Seal of Biliteracy. This program recognizes high school graduates who have attained a high level of proficiency in both English and another language. These students have maintained a consistent GPA in their English and world language classes, scored proficient or above on state testing, and have completed a 4-year course of study in another language or passed an AP or SAT test in another language. These students will receive an additional seal on their diplomas and have been awarded a medal to wear tonight. I invite all of our students who have received the Seal of Biliteracy to stand, face the audience, and be recognized. Thank you, students. You can be seated. Next, I'd like to recognize our students who have earned the Distinguished Student Award and the Pinnacle Student Award. The Stockton Record, in conjunction with the San Joaquin County Office of Education, honors outstanding high school seniors who exemplify a well-rounded student career with the cornerstones of academics, activities, and citizenship. The Distinguished Student Award represents the top 2 and 3% of the graduating class. Will all of our students who received the Distinguished Student Award please rise, face the audience, and be recognized for their accomplishment? Thank you. The Pinnacle Award represents the top 1% of the senior class, and these students have attended a ceremony to receive a Pinnacle medal to wear tonight. Will our students who receive the Pinnacle Student Award please rise and face the audience to be recognized? Thank you. Next, I'd like to recognize our student athletes who have been awarded as Scholar Athletes by the Western Athletic League. This award is given to students who maintain a minimum 3.5 GPA for the first 3 quarters of their senior year. Will all of the students recognized as scholar athletes this year please stand and be recognized? Thank you. Next, I'd like to recognize our student who have shown excellence in community service. Aside from the 40 hours of community service required for all students to graduate, some students went over and above and provided hundreds of hours of service to their communities. I invite all students who have received a community service award to stand, face the audience, and be recognized. Thank you. The last recognition tonight is the Academic Departmental Awards. These students, teachers in each department identify students in each of the content areas who have shown academic promise, determination, and excellence. I invite all of our students who have received a departmental award to stand, face the audience, and be recognized. Thank you. Again, congratulations to all of these distinguished students and to all of the students who have received awards this year. I'd now like to introduce to you our student speaker, so she can make her way up now. I'd like to introduce Shambhavi Sisodia, who will present her farewell address.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Shambhavi Sisodia, and on behalf of Mountain House High School's class of 2021, I'd like to welcome family, friends, and faculty. Thank you all for being here tonight to celebrate our hard work, especially during this unprecedented time. None of this would be possible without you all. Now, this is the part where I'd insert a joke about COVID-19, but I'm afraid if I told you the COVID joke right now, then according to the CDC, you'd have to wait at least 2 weeks to get it. My fellow seniors, we stand here today on the precipice of our futures. No longer is it a distant reality. Our future begins here. It begins today. We stumbled through these halls as children, and today we leave as adults. In the past 12 years, we have built a platform, class by class and experience by experience, that will launch us today into our futures. Some of us are going straight into the workforce, while others are going into college, but each of us will now travel our own path. Tonight, I have one request for all of my fellow students. Our class has been faced with numerous trials and tribulations. Our class has been faced with numerous trials and tribulations, from political unrest to global pandemic, and we have proved ourselves to be young, talented, ambitious, tenacious, and driven individuals. So today, I ask of you that for the rest of your lives, carry yourselves this way. We are the future, and in order for us to push the world forward, we must always remember that in the face of adversity, we persevered. Now, the journey that lies ahead is not an easy one. We are bound to meet some challenges, get knocked down, and struggle. What I am asking from you, from all of you, is that when you fall, get up. When you get knocked down, keep going. I implore you, face these challenges with your head high and your heart wide open. And when you succeed, which I know you will, help and guide others. Use your voice for the voiceless and make positive changes in the world, big or small. I have the utmost faith in each of your abilities, and I know we will all excel and flourish wherever our lives may take us. This journey has been a strange and unpredictable one, but a remarkable one nonetheless. Congratulations. Mountain House High School's class of 2020 seniors, we made it. Thank you. I would now like to welcome Principal Ben Faubert to the stand.
Thank you, Shambhavi. and good evening. Welcome to the 180th day of school, June 4th, 2021, and this is your graduation day. So it's my opportunity to address the senior class of 2021 one more time before you walk across the stage and move on to the next phase of life. Well, I knew the class of 2021 was special, but did you have to be this special? Seriously. While the world has been turned upside down in the past year and a half, this class has been special because of how they have persevered and learned from one of the most disruptive times in the history of the world. Many of you may not see the school motto that's written in Latin in front of this school's crest. And the motto states, Improvitus apto quod victim, or in English, improvise, adapt, overcome. This reminds me of a story by an unknown author shared with me recently. It goes like this. One time a daughter complained to her father that her life was miserable, and she didn't know how she was going to make it. She was tired of fighting and struggling all the time. It seemed just as one problem was solved, another one soon followed. Her father, a chef, took her to the kitchen, and he filled 3 pots with water. He placed each on high fire. Once the 3 pots began to boil, he placed potatoes in one pot, eggs in the second pot, and ground coffee beans in the third pot. He then let them sit and boil without saying a word to his daughter. And the daughter, like a teenager does, moaned impatiently and wondering what he was doing. After 20 minutes, he turned off the burners and he took the potatoes out of the pot and placed them in a bowl, pulled the eggs out and placed them into a bowl, and then he ladled the coffee out and placed it in a cup. Turning to his daughter, he asked, "Daughter, what do you see?" "Potatoes, eggs, and coffee," she hastily replied. "Look closer," he said, and touched the potatoes. She did, and she noted that they were soft. He asked her to take an egg and break it, and after pulling off the shell, she observed the hard-boiled egg. Finally, she took a sip of the coffee. Its rich aroma brought a smile to her face. "Father, what does this mean?" she asked. He then explained that the potatoes, the eggs, and coffee beans had faced the same exact adversity, the boiling water. However, the potato went in strong and unrelenting, but in boiling water, it became soft and weak. The egg was fragile and thin, the outer shell protecting its liquid interior until it was placed in the boiling water. Then the inside of the egg became hard. However, the ground coffee beans were unique. After they were exposed to the boiling water, they changed the water and created something new. "Which are you?" he asked his daughter. "When adversity knocks on your door, how do you respond? Are you a potato, an egg, or a coffee bean?" At this important moment, your high school experience is not the end of something. It is the beginning. It is the jumping off point of the rest of your lives. As you leave Mountain House High School, be the coffee bean. You now have the opportunity to change the water. Take the lessons you've learned here and try something new. When you don't get it right, spend a little time in life's success class. Find others willing to help you master the concepts you need. Complete your own error analysis and redo or retake. Incorporate new traditions and ideas regardless of what others may think. Step out on a limb and be unique in the way you learn and live. Finally, I want to remind you that you are part of one big family. You hear this all the time, right? We are an ohana here at Mountain House High School. I've watched many of you grow up. Some of you have been in my own home. Some of you since you were in kindergarten or first grade. You will always be a part of the Mountain House High School ohana. Remember what the word aloha means? We talk about that every year. The word literally means that we share with one another the very essence of who we are. We've shared it with one another over these past 4 years. So for the last time, before you leave, sending you a big aloha. Always remember who you are, what you represent, and to show your Mustang pride. Thank you. It is now my honor to present the graduates of the class of 2021 to our superintendent and board of trustees. Dr. Nicholas, President Pombo, and Lammersville Board of Trustees. As principal of Mountain House High School, and on behalf of the faculty, administration of this school, I certify that the candidates of the class of 2021 have completed their course of study as prescribed by the California State Board of Education and the Lammersville Unified School District Board of Trustees. I present the candidates to you at this time for your acceptance.
Mr. Faubert, Faculty Administration of Mountain House High School, on behalf of the Lammersville Unified School District and the Board of Trustees, I accept these graduates and authorize you to present the candidates with their diploma.
Now presenting Ms. Tika Mejia.
Now presenting Ms. Audra Angulo.
Jordan Lawrence.
Anthony Sandoval.
Anthony Mejia.
Alex Hernandez Picasso.
Now presenting Renee Mendez.
Luis Aceves.
Maya Gorman.
Now presenting Miss KP.
Stephanie Castro.
Navan Vuyururu.
Dane Dillman.
Now presenting Miss Vega.
Ethan Estrellado.
Nicholas Martin.
Nile Menon.
Now presenting Miss Bauer.
Rohit Nagabandi.
Jaden Lancer.
Anisha Yedanapudi.
Nicholas Jose Rodriguez.
Jonathan Huang.
Nalisha Kisnamurthy.
Aled De La Cruz.
Ashneet Sandhu.
Aman Ahmed.
Javier Medina.
Now presenting Dr. Carrie Moquette.
Now presenting Miss Beerworth.
Shambhavi Sisodia.
Jennifer Beres.
Nita Chaitin.
Kamal Haq.
Avishi Nayak.
Now presenting Miss Jenny.
Paula Nunez Felix.
Diego Martinez.
Yasha Sweeney Punati.
Drayshawn Delaney.
Snehal Chopra.
Now presenting Miss Kanada.
Leah Hernandez.
Pranati Kolavinu.
Harini Andal Srinivasan.
Now presenting Mr. Campos.
Maddox Caleb Guse Reyes.
Jaden Moriano.
Anup Brar.
Raya Judge.
Now presenting Mrs. Renee Nunn.
Hazel Anthony.
Brittany Rogers.
Ashley Luong.
Jose Daniel Franco.
Ria Richard.
Kiona Takamoto.
Eliana Flora.
Mikari Dawson.
Pernuthi Tota.
Audrey Tipavong.
Clara Garcia.
Samir Roman.
Now presenting Mr. Blondin.
Cairo Chavez.
Vani Mutia.
Miguel Angel Lomeli.
Trisha John.
Jordan Taylor.
Jordan Stinson.
Maddie Bautista.
Daniel Sturman.
Matthew Froling.
Zuri Lowe.
Liana Trin.
Matthias Lowe.
Denise Tungol.
George Chang.
Now presenting Chris Olson.
Leslie Lara.
Emily Tu.
Maha Iqbal.
Vashaki Lohathas.
Henry Sanchez.
Avni Madipatla.
Now presenting Coach Cantu.
Aditi Varma.
Kaleo Aquino.
Hamza Parab.
Dominic Childress.
Banu Sarabi Upadhyayula.
Anthony Donaville.
Vedika Kanaki.
Now presenting Miss D'Souza.
Shafali Suresh.
Camden Culpepper.
Sama Sheikh.
Arabella Rana Bakoy.
Munal Syed.
Now presenting Miss Close.
Aaron Sue.
Daniel Dumay.
Arush Madella.
Now presenting Mr. Clark.
Now presenting Karen Perez.
Caleb Paul.
Carl Sanchez.
Now presenting Miss Capel.
Samaya Walker.
Richard Harris.
Damon Sipe.
Tanner Rio.
Yukayo Wilson.
Now presenting Miss Davis.
Ariana Wheelis.
Lilia Davis.
Yunwen Paredes Revolreda.
Now presenting Coach Diaz.
Dejan Lampton.
Spencer Housley.
Ethan Thomas.
Jaylene Hernandez Ogeen.
Now presenting Mrs. Julie Phillips.
Jimmy Tran.
Charles McCarthy.
Jose Herrera.
Bailey Klitzing.
Now presenting Miss Earl.
Leah Nicolette Sauceda.
Giovanni Sontag.
Anthony Orlandi.
Alyssa Yamashita.
John Diaz.
Satwika Paladugla.
Aaron James Bautista.
Suraj Paul Singh.
Ryder Rebello.
Helen Earl.
Dallas Peterson.
Now presenting Mr. Eric Feinstein.
Now presenting Mr. Troy Rexell.
Casey Din.
Samantha Joy Simara Malamban.
Darren Nguyen.
Alondra Sanchez Vega.
Adam Amir.
Tina Lee.
Talia Contreras.
Clarissa Turpening.
Francis Villanueva Jr.
Lily Keith.
Benjamin Kim.
Elizabeth Vanderveen.
Nick Thomas.
Aldrich Yanga.
Anton Danig.
Now presenting Ravina Rivera.
Gavin Garcia.
Helwa Hulum.
Brittany Mulick.
Now presenting Chef Rose.
Jasmine Monique Linsangen.
Terrence Nguyen.
Janessa Aaliyah David.
Now presenting Ms. Tomoko Rubin.
Andrew Umbriz.
Elisa Rubin.
Okoye Mangrum.
Now presenting Charles Schauhorn.
Corey Martin.
Jasmine Yam.
Cherith Kondapalli.
Jonathan Umana.
Mitchell Bauer.
Now presenting Miss Schofield.
And now presenting Miss Fitzgerald.
Joe Moore Regoza.
Harlan Haston.
Judy Safin.
Lauren Grace Moreno.
Catherine Smith.
Mega Nagrum.
Isabella Garcia Morfin.
Stephanie Season.
Jaden White.
Anissa Thompson.
Sai Kirthana Puvala.
Maria Contreras.
Sahitya Sri Submaranian.
Caitlin Wong.
Roshini Arulraj.
Jillian Wong.
Now presenting Miss Sharp.
Isaac Anchinadu.
Hallie Estores.
Amber Jiang.
Dalen Bowen.
Candida Somasetti.
Now presenting Morgan Shapses.
Tanisha Ayer.
Riley Archuleta.
Aliana Logan.
Bahar Roshan.
Arav Parmar.
Kamari Perry.
Now presenting Miss Foot.
Hatira Etimad.
Elise Lowe.
Isaac Rhodes.
Joseph Lee.
Benjamin Bryant.
Now presenting Miss Friesen.
Amber Donahue.
Avery Kuhn.
Dakota Matson.
Mia Costa.
Alicia Palachero.
Risha Cantong.
Monisha Sankula.
Now presenting Mr. Galindo.
Davide Clo.
Alex Emerson.
Patricia May Aguilar Pineda.
Hannah Young.
Hafsa Kwazi.
Emma Rose Fry.
Hannah Waldbauer.
Kaylee Selvage.
Adora Kanu.
Assis Korchima.
Amber Gaddison.
Shritika Prakash.
Riley Francis.
Adarsh Ravishankar.
Simona Ramella.
Crystal Jen Castillo.
Katarina Bordoni.
Krissa Juliet Furman Nonin.
Rafia Tahir.
Andrew Lim.
Vignesh Raman.
Now presenting Miss Gary.
Now presenting Coach Senna.
Tia Abraham.
Chad Linka.
Now presenting Coach Gatehouse.
Now presenting Michael Shea.
Isaiah Cologne.
Joseph Faria.
Taylor Yuki.
Now presenting Ms. Erica.
Erica Ho.
Aaron Jones.
Now presenting Stephen Geis.
Ikole Asaya Azah.
Cole Merrill.
Now presenting Mrs. Davies.
Angelo Bryce Dizon.
Kayla Anselmo.
Simar Chima.
Jeremiah Bailey.
John Chiwa.
Lord Neo Ferrer.
Jacob Patton.
Now presenting Mr. Soto.
Now presenting Miss Greenlaw.
Liliana Avila.
Tyler Kameda.
Tome Isabel Ono Henyo.
Imran Sheikh.
Peter Choi.
Now presenting Mr. Hemming.
Zarab Islam.
Sabawun Musakel.
Leo Enriquez.
Kyra Alexandra Umayon.
Alexia Uzad.
Samir Sindir.
Andres Hernandez.
Now presenting Miss Hills.
Nicholas Magtibai.
Lexiana Phillips.
Shay Samat.
Now presenting Mr. Hickson.
Daniel Barron.
Gabriel Hickson.
Ryder Matusik.
Elliot Fox.
Gautam Chintalapati.
Mason Neto.
Haley Wimpheimer.
Theo Crocker.
Brianna Adrian.
Kyla Bymiller.
Now presenting Mr. Stenik.
Annalise Ubara.
Angela Betancourt.
Joshua Michael Rose Flanagan.
Now presenting Mrs. Stevers.
Faith Motley.
Dylan Elich.
Alexia Sanchez.
Malo Pickett Osiro.
Ann Yee.
Now presenting Coach Walker.
Ashley Jadine Rampus.
Ernesto De Leon.
Zaki Sarwari.
Kyle Haynes.
Now presenting Miss Wong.
Now presenting Mr. Wynn.
Gabriel Martinez.
Isaiah Apostol.
Caleb McGinnis.
Nia Ahmed.
Now presenting Mr. Lanier.
An Huang.
Ethan Ruiz.
Sahiti Chakuri.
Chloe Kim.
Harika Kovuri.
Isha Suba.
Dina Ahmed Madzai.
Danush Kumaratsan.
Karsimran Kaur.
Harnoor Manjul. Now presenting Miss Lewis.
Now presenting Victoria Lauren Ibarra.
Mani Kantanai Sai.
Madhav Shivkumar.
Daniel Collins Neal.
Donovan Gleave.
Mahul Talang.
Aubrey Maderos.
Karthik Reddy Katam.
Luis Salcedo.
Karthik Sankara.
Vidal Ebrado.
Madison Opaisai.
Alex Miller.
Sakina Makadam.
Daniel Ramirez.
Sanjana Naha.
Chanson Keala Kapono Bright.
Deepak Kajarla.
Matre Sinha.
Benjamin Joseph Filoteo.
Sky Mullen.
Alicia Raul.
Now presenting Miss Leyva.
Now presenting Mr. Panu.
Jorge Rosales.
Benjamin Neto.
Adrice Nevin.
Vera Diana Hernandez.
Alina Roshan.
Justine Wolchow.
Morgan Garner.
Ronik Verada.
Tanya Rubin.
Syed Mohammed Nouri.
Raylin Ursal.
Christian Reed.
Rakshita Gandisuri.
Subhan Beg.
Arthur Reyes.
Manav Singh.
Keon Sebastian.
Harbir Brar.
Jillian Mondrazo.
Daniel Munoz.
Alexis Marie Pineda.
Now presenting Mr. Ben Faubert.
Jordan Kusaba.
Nico Rodriguez.
Now presenting Mr. Lloyd.
Brejon Leslie Fitzpatrick. Brejon Leslie Fitzpatrick.
Michael Bonyaga.
Terrence Casey Jr.
Joshua David.
Al Shafi Jabari.
Violet Johnson Oakland.
Angela Franco.
Now presenting Miss Lohman.
Christopher Banky.
Gabriella Cuellar.
Gabrielle Pancaniban.
Mital Mather.
Dylan Lamb.
Sean Thon.
Balraj Singh.
Now presenting Mr. Lopez.
Casey Corneal.
Joe Suzuki.
Malika Moore.
Andrew Heeds.
Elias Faubert.
You the end. Now presenting Mr. Loya.
Margarita Zago.
Trinity Gobel.
All right, let's give a big round of applause for the class of 2021. As we finish our ceremony tonight, I want to welcome all of the families to stay in their seats after the graduates have exited their senior seating area and onto the track. For distancing purposes, we asked for you to wait for them to go around the track, and once they're all out, then you can go join them on the track and find them there. Students, now that you have walked across the stage and received your diplomas, you will soon switch your tassels. The moving of the tassel from the right to the left represents you as students changing from candidates for graduation to actual high school graduates. Students, please rise and face the audience, whichever way you want to face. On the count of 3, please move your tassels from the left side of your cap. 1, 2, 3. Congratulations to the Mountain House High School graduating class of 2021. Thank you very much, and if audience, you could please be seated. Students will now be escorted around the track. Again, we ask families please stay in your seats until all graduates have exited the seating area. Families may meet their students in their positions on the track. If we can have music, please, as they exit. Please, again, in your seats until they're all the way around the track. Thank you.
So we talked all night about the rest of our lives, where we're gonna be when we turn 25. I keep thinking times will never change. Keep on thinking things will always be the same. But when we leave this year, we won't be coming back. No more hanging out 'cause we're on a different track. And if you got something that you need to say, you better say it right now 'cause you don't have another day. 'Cause we're moving on and we can't slow down. These memories are playing like a film without sound. We would get so excited and we get so scared, laughing at ourselves, thinking life's not fair.
Again, audience, please stay in your seats until the graduates are completely out. Please stay in your seats until they're completely out. Thank you.
All the times we had together, and as our lives change from whatever, we will still be friends forever. So if we get the big jobs and we out there, can we make it somehow? I guess I thought that this would never end. And suddenly it's like we're women and men. Will the past be a shadow that will follow us round? Will these memories fade when I leave this town? I keep thinking that it's not goodbye. I keep on thinking it's our time to fly. As we go on, we remember all the times we had together. And as our lives change from whatever, we will still be friends forever. As we go on, we remember all the times we had
Once
together.
again, audience, thank you so much. Again, congratulations to the class of 2021. You can go ahead and find your graduates and celebrate. Please remember social distancing.